I wasn't able to test it. Well, I tested it with a video game yesterday, but I didn't test it with like full blown, like show length. So
okay,
we should be okay.
Wow, exciting. We're like pioneers. We're like Magellan.
We are like Magellan,
striking out on the great magnetic tape reef.
That's right.
Heading out.
What did Magellan do? He did a thing. What was his big thing? What did he do? I forget. Magellan. Did he circumvent the world? Not circumvent. Circumcise.
Circumnavigate the globe.
That's him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that now. I always forget who did what. All right.
He also had great odor eaters in his shoes. Great gel inserts.
Oh, he had. Yeah, that was his. That's really what kept him alive afterwards. What really kept the money flowing was this.
He was Magellan like a felon.
All right, here comes. Looks like we're good so far. So I'm just going to hit record. Okay, there's that. All right, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1.
Female boosters can take 3 or 4 suits, including hangers, in one motion, holding them between their legs with comparative ease.
No, I can feel sorry for myself some other time.
The Morning Stream. Can I eat it, or will it eat me?
Good morning, suckers, and welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. I'm Scott, and that's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello, it's midweek.
Yeah.
We're halfway done. We're halfway there.
Yep.
Living on a prayer.
That's right. I'm running on beef and kimchi. Brian's running on 2.5 hours of sleep. We got this.
That's right. Yeah, we got this. It'll be a great show, folks.
Yeah.
Between
old farty and
Susan
sleepy
and Scott Farton will be
old Gassy and sleepy taking over your airwaves.
the two dwarfs they don't talk about as much. Well, I guess they do talk about sleepy.
They do a little bit. Yeah. If you want to hear Brian's latest fun with his back, you want to tune into our pre-show if you're a Patreon person.
Yeah. So all right. Is it the people? So the service is Patreon, but aren't the people who support us just patrons?
They're just patrons. I don't know why people call them Patreons.
All right, good. I like that. Yeah.
People that call them Patreons, which I have done a few times. We should be flogged for that. That's not a thing we should do. I'm gonna have to get used to a new thing here. So I got a new camera, and I still look way over there where it used to be.
Oh,
instead
weird.
of right here where it is now, and it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment. So people, if I'm staring off into weird places, that's the reason. Okay, there's a lot of changes today. Changes, Brian. Changes.
Yeah.
All for the better. It's all fine.
Trying new recording, trying new camera placement.
That's right.
I'm wearing pants. Like lots of changes going on.
So many changes here on the show.
That's right.
Real quick here. So the bachelor lifestyle continues.
A bunch of women come over and you have to give 4 of them the roses.
No, I wish. I wish that was a thing. Instead,
no, you don't. No,
maybe I don't. I've never. You know what? I've never seen a single episode of either or any of that. Is that bad?
Yeah, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Tina and I watched. So we always watched The Soup, right? That was as much Bachelor and Bachelorette as we felt like we needed back when Joel McHale and before him, like all the people, Jon Stewart and oh God, who was the first guy that was in the movie Sabrina with Harrison Ford? His name was.
He played the.
Yeah.
He played the guy from Hogan's Heroes who was weird.
Yes, he did. Right.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Anyway, that guy. Somebody in the chat room will come up with it. But anyway,
Greg Kinnear.
Greg Kinnear, yes. Nice job.
All right.
And Bob Crane was the guy he played, yes.
And was the other guy called Jon? His name was also Jon Stewart, right? The other dude?
Jon Stewart, yeah. Or no, I'm sorry, John Henson, not Jon Stewart. John Henson. John Henson was a skunk boy.
Isn't there another Jon? The other Jon Stewart is the Green Lantern. Yeah. All right, we're all square now.
John Henson's Twitter is hilarious. I didn't always find him funny on The Soup, but he's gone on to be hilarious on Twitter. When I looked at Twitter.
I'll follow him now and then never look at it. I'll do that.
Yeah.
That sounds
great. I've opened Twitter twice, and it's just because somebody mentioned my name in a film sack tweet. I replied, was done.
There you go.
I'm okay. I'm really fine without Twitter.
Okay.
Totally fine without Twitter.
Good. I feel like I'm a lot better off with less Twitter. I still go there, post about shows and stuff like that. but it's no longer a place I consume information.
Yeah, good. Anyway, so Bachelor and Bachelorette, right? We would get those little clips on the soup, and it was enough. It would satiate us. They stopped doing that. Tina like, well, let's watch like just the train wreck first episode of The Bachelor. That's when all of the women show up, and they try to come up with some sort of clever way to introduce themselves to make themselves memorable to The Bachelor. And you have horrible things like a cardboard box shows up in front of The Bachelor, and she pops out and says, "I'm your present. This is an unboxing," or something like that.
Oh my Lord.
Get in my box. I can't remember what she said, but
I hate everything about what you just said. I hate it.
Yes. But it's almost like watching those first few the first couple episodes back in the day when we would watch the first couple episodes of American Idol, and you would look for the William Hungs and the
train wrecks that were going to be the first week of
yes,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
I can't even do that anymore. And after that one season, Tina, I felt we couldn't shower enough to get the stink of The Bachelor, watching The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I guess we watched The Bachelorette, which was even worse, I think. But
pretty sure that dude I interviewed on Current Geek, I think he also edited a season of that. He did Pawn Stars, Storage Wars, a couple others, and he claims all of it, none of it is real. All of it is scripted.
Oh, I imagine the insanity of these women vying for falling head over heels for some dipshit that they've never met before.
Yep.
That, sadly, I think that's real. That's real to me, Scott.
It feels real to you. Yeah, it's like pro wrestling. We're going to just accept it.
But I think they had it to make like, oh, she's reacting to something that this other girl just said, but it's really she's just reacting because there was a bad canapé on the food table.
Canapé, I like that. What even is a canapé? Tell me what that is. I don't even know what that is.
It's like a rolled, a canapé is like a little rolled hors d'oeuvre, a little pastry, or like a little mini calzone kind of thing. Isn't it? Isn't that what a canapé is?
You're a fancy restaurant guy. I don't know these things. I don't know what a
I don't go to
canapé
places
is.
that serve canapés. That's probably why I'm so bad at knowing what they are. I just know that they're an hors d'oeuvre, many served on a silver plate and carried around. And
nice. I'm going to try one next time I'm someplace. I'm going to
hide under a canapé when the rain shows up on your wedding day.
When I go to the Tony Burger, I'm going to say, "Pray tell, do you carry the canapé?" See what he says.
Right.
He'll say, "I'm
Go
sorry."
to Freddy's. I'll take the California double. Do you have canapé?
Yeah. We got a big old tube of it in the back. I think that's called mayo. All right. Hey, so here's a funny thing. Just get this visual in your head. I didn't do a picture. I should have. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay. All right.
We had more snow, and the dog, Rainer, the female, Jim Rainer, the female dog, still has her cone on, right? Still wearing a cone.
Oh, yeah.
And part of the reason is she's super itchy. It's not just for the wound from the tumor removal. Her whole body is like really dried out. It's from the meds they gave her.
Oh.
And they said that this was possible, but it really wrecked her. So she's just itchy as hell. And if you take that cone off, she'll scratch her under chin until it bleeds. So I spend a lot of time doing it for her, getting in there and just giving her as best I can.
Yeah. Good
otherwise,
doggy daddy.
Yeah. Otherwise, you hear this in the house. In fact, I can hear it right now. You'll hear her going.
Yeah, and all she's doing is just scratching the cone, basically.
Yeah. Well, so her cone's on kind of permanently, and I put her out to pee today before she ate this morning. And that's always an ordeal because she'll go halfway out the door and snag the cone on the door and kind of bounce back and wonder what happened, and she still doesn't understand that there's like this invisible cone around her. Anyway, she'll go outside, and she immediately starts running, which is great. But by the time she's done, her head is down, and she's dragging towards the door. I'm like, what is wrong with her? I open the door. She's scooching up toward me with a cone full of snow.
Oh, no.
Just like up to her lips, like this high. And it's heavy now. And all she can do is drag it. And she doesn't know what to do. She can't shake it. She doesn't know what to do. So I had to intervene. It's like, oh my gosh, dog, you're so stupid.
Poor thing.
She's so stupid.
But good news, the walk is now shoveled. So that's
right, exactly.
On the plus side,
yeah. Kim will come home and go, wow, look how cleared off everything is. It's because the dog did it. Anyway, so that was a lot of fun. We also, speaking of things, parking lots. We talked about that a few times, like etiquette. Do you pull forward, all that stuff?
Right. Do you pull through? Do you right?
We pulled through the other day. And I
Yeah,
thought
and you
of
thought
her.
about it. Yeah.
I did. I couldn't help it. I pulled through and went, okay, is this what we talked about? I looked around. I'm like, okay, it's an almost empty parking lot. I can, or, relatively, it's not like people are fighting for spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I'll allow it, right? So I'm doing it here.
Yeah.
If it was
The
busy,
pull through, I think, is fine. The only exception is if there's like a car that is clearly waiting for that space on the other side, and pulls in. And of course, obviously, diagonal spaces,
right.
because you're just basically going to point yourself in the wrong direction.
And in a 2023 world, you don't want that fight. If you pull ahead and somebody's waiting for that slot, you're gonna fight.
Who knows what's going to happen with that business?
Yeah, there's some rage going on. Anyway, so we got this text from Sebek, who wrote in and says, on parking lots. I hate parking lots, he says.
Wow. Just all of them.
He says in Ohio they have a phenomenon that I called princess parking. No matter how full or empty parking lots are at Kroger, people will park in the fire lane and wait there for hours. Some people will park in the fire lane and just go and do all their grocery shopping and then come back out and their car is completely empty. I hate parking lots so much. I think it's you hate people. The parking lots aren't really the problem. Right?
Yeah, it's not the parking lots. It's really the people that are kind of taking advantage of lax security at the Kroger.
Yeah, what's the Kroger going to do to? It's not like they enforce this stuff at Kroger.
No. They need to. They need to be out there and say, you can't park here. This is for emergency vehicles.
Yeah, I had a kid in a parking lot who worked there who was doing carts. The gathering carts.
Yeah.
And I saw him and I had my cart and I was about to go put it in one of the stalls and I realized, well, he probably doesn't want to come out here for my one cart. I'm going to go give it to him. I'll help him out. And so I ran it up there and I kind of got in front of him and as if to say, hey, go ahead and push into this one. You got like 20 of them going. Push into this one and then just go the rest of the way. You're almost there.
Yeah.
And I didn't say that. This is all just sort of assumed. So I stood there kind of holding it like, here it is. Here's the opening. He was like, looked at me and just kind of went around me. Didn't bother. So I'm not doing that anymore.
No, he has a limit. There's basically, he knows how many carts he wants to push. And
I tried.
Believe me, him coming back out there is probably better than most things that his manager is going to ask him to do if they see him inside.
That's right.
So,
yeah. I don't know.
Clean up the puke and produce, please. I have more carts. There's a guy out there who needs me to grab his cart.
Yeah, that one guy. Got to get that one dude and take care of him.
One dude.
All right, we're gonna do a game, and here's the thing.
Yeah.
Chat room, you're involved, but you have to be on Discord, and you have to ping me. I'm gonna pick the fourth person today who pings me, and by that I just mean a quick DM. You can say whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You can even be offensive. I don't care. What do I care? I don't care at all.
Sure.
I mean, it's a private message between the two of us. If you do anything illegal, I have to report you, but it's no big deal.
Sure.
Don't
Don't say the words hijack.
That's right.
Don't do it.
But if you want to be on today's call and be a part of today's winnings, I need you to do that so I can add you to this Discord call. If you haven't joined our Discord, it's at frogpants.com/Discord, and I'm the Frog Pants person you see all over the place in there. All right? All right. Now this. Welcome to the program, a Southern belle of sorts. His name is Brian Dunaway, and he is a sexy beast. Comes here on Mondays and Wednesdays, and plays games with us. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I do not know how to respond to that, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Sure. No
I
worries.
heard you guys did a show last night, but I missed it.
Oh, the mist. Missed it.
Yes, you
I
did.
missed it.
I see what you it's no mystery as to what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry, you
okay.
can watch the VOD. Oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah,
but you can still watch the VOD.
You can don't miss the VOD, so you can put a Y in there.
Or you'll
Anyway.
be riven about it.
Oh, you'll be riven. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible, just horrible. All right, well done. I hope we never have to do that again. We're going to play a game, and I'm going to pick number 4 here. Let's see who pinged us fourth. Oh, goodness.
All 4 contestants.
It's our old pal Serenix, I believe.
Oh,
cool.
Let's see
Oh,
if
hi,
I can
Serenix.
add him to the thing here. He's ringing. Yeah. I don't know. He probably caught him off guard. He's like, oh, my gosh, I won. Are you kidding me? Serenix, you answering your deal there, buddy? You got... Oh, there he is. He's on mute, but I can see him. Hi,
there we
Serenix.
go.
Are you there? Hey, how are you?
Sir Nick.
I'm doing pretty good. Sitting at home watching people reinstall my garage door.
Well, you got
nice.
You have an amazing microphone. It goes like this.
Is that the Mr. Microphone? You know, Cyranex, last time you were on a show with me and Scott, you got kicked off of it. How about that? Is that?
Oh, did that happen? What was that?
Oh, thanks for bringing up that wound.
What was it? I don't remember.
He was part of the great shunning of the America's Next Top Podcaster.
Oh, right. I get it now. Kicked off. I get it.
Yes, the great Sean Exodus.
Yeah, we had all the Seans gone Seans. That's what you were. Are you on speaker or something, or what am I? Where are you?
I'm on my headset. Actually, if you give me a second, I have my mic right in front of my face.
Oh, you're fine. It just sounds gurgly. It's a little hard to hear. I don't know why. Oh, he left. Oh, now he's back. He's back.
Oh, he's okay.
There he is.
Does that sound better?
Oh, it sounds so much better.
Gosh.
Oh, so
wow,
much
it's
better.
like Christmas
Day.
It's like
Never
Christmas
do
and
that
March.
thing
And if
again.
you would have used this microphone, you might have still been on America's Next Top Podcaster.
Well,
Nice job.
coincidentally, I got this microphone when I restarted my podcast after that show.
Oh, well,
very
fantastic.
good. Excellent.
Well, you sound really good now. Let's play this game.
Cool.
Brian, you're going to explain these rules,
Yeah.
and the rest of us will have to just sit here and take it. All right? So go ahead.
Okay, all right. It's time to play the Tadpooley Feud. I haven't used that in a while. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics. Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Now, Cyranex, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. Good luck. Heaven help you. If your team wins, you'll get a prize package that includes Scourgebringer, and Chicken Police.
Oh, Chicken Police is great.
Chicken Police is like way cool.
It is cool. It's like a point-and-click adventure story kind of.
Yeah, chicken noir.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's amazing.
Really? Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and it's kind of adult, which is weird because you'll go to like a strip club, and the stripper ladies are lady bodies, but they have the heads of like
But
chickens and like cats, and it's just
Do they
freaking weird.
lean in close and go, "Hey, you want to go cluck?"
Oh, jeez.
If they didn't, they should have.
Mother clucker. Look, the deal is like the whole thing is full of these animals, but it's filmed like a noir movie, like an old 40s
You are
detective
literally
thing.
a detective.
So it's not like furry. It doesn't remind you of like furry stuff at all. It's like it's the weirdest
Feathery.
game. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous you're getting this. It's really cool. All right. Well, that sounds like a fun prize. The set of prizes for him. That sounds great.
Yeah, let's break that losing streak and have you win something today, shall we, Cyranex?
Let's do it.
Sweet.
I'm just gonna keep bringing it up. All right, Scott, Brian, put your hands on your buzzers. We asked 513 tadpoolers. 4 of them opted out for some silly reason or another. They just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
But the other 509 gave their best answer to this. Oh no! The salad monster is destroying the city. What Marvel or DC character do you send to fight him?
Oh my God, what does
Scott.
that even mean?
I know, right? Iron Man.
Iron Man. Show
Man.
me Iron Man.
Oh, what? Are you kidding?
Brian.
I need to hear that question again because that question was so weird. I didn't even want to click. I'm like,
this was a fun one. All right, here's the full question again. Oh no,
Right.
the salad monster is destroying the city. What Marvel or DC character do you send to fight him?
Hulk smash salad, I suppose.
All right.
He'll be
Show
on there.
me the
Damn it.
Hulk.
Shit.
He's green.
Yeah, they're both green, and Hulk
Green, I
clearly needs
suppose.
more fiber in his diet. Sure.
Right.
Now I get it. I just thought who was going to be.
Iron
I just
Man,
thought.
though, still you would think
I thought Iron Man would be the
Man
most effective, right? Because he'd kick ass. He'd go out there and just like.
doesn't lettuce have like iron in it, like leafy greens, dark leafy
Spinach
greens
does.
and stuff?
Yeah, spinach does. I think. Yeah, I don't know.
And it
Whatever.
doesn't clarify that this is a. It could be an arugula
Didn't say if
monster.
it's-
We don't know.
Is it
Yeah.
a mixed green salad or is it's not
Could be a potato salad
iceberg?
monster.
Yeah.
We don't know. Fruit salad. Could be
I-
full of little
Yummy,
mandarin
yummy.
orange slices.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian,
salad.
you have control of the board,
Yummy,
and you have
yummy.
Cyranex to help you.
All right. Yes, Cyranex. What comes to mind when you think of a Marvel hero
Or
Well,
DC.
does it-
or DC
Does it
character? I
specifically
didn't
have
hear
to
that
be a
part.
hero?
Doesn't necessarily have to be a hero or villain.
okay.
Just a Marvel or DC character.
Oh, that opens
Okay,
up a whole lot of things then.
I think chat room had a really good idea. Poison Ivy.
Oh, duh.
Oh, that's a good one. She's all in control of the lettuce monster, right?
You
Yeah.
guys are thinking now. All right, show me Poison Ivy. That was my
There
that was
you
my
go.
impersonation
Good
of Poison
one.
Ivy from Harley Quinn. Number 5 on the board is Poison Ivy.
That's actually kind of dead on. She's so deadpan in that.
Yeah.
She's so Lake Bell, right?
Yeah, Lake Bell's great. I love her in that.
Is there a ranch man? I don't think there is. Too bad.
There's a ranch man, but he ain't in the MCU or
Right.
DCU, so forget
Right.
it. Kevin Costner,
Seriously.
ranch man. Let's get him in there.
Ranch man.
Yeah.
I mean, chat room's coming up with some good ones, I think. What about Swamp Thing?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's basically a salad, right?
He is basically
He's
a salad. He's like
Could you
buck
get off
salad.
me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Let's go for that one. Show me Swamp Thing.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Look
number
at
7
the
on the
chat
board.
room helping us out big time.
You guys are gonna
Yes.
kill me today. It's not good. All right. Still on your
Sarah,
thing.
next, are you still looking at the chat room, or do you want to go with something our own, or what you want to do?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think of anything. I'm thinking of like Fantastic Four as like the Thing. He's like a crouton kind of guy. No,
I love that. He's
just-
the
It's
crouton
just
that
weird
wants to
having
fight the salad
specifically the
monster.
salad monster.
Yeah.
right. The salad monster is what really throws it off. I'm trying to think of all of the vegetable heroes. And,
Yeah.
I love that
I
though.
mean, if we
I
were-
can see all.
Reed, I'm never going to trust you again. You took us up into
Right.
space, and now I'm a bunch of dried orange bread.
Right.
it's clobbering.
I love it though, because the rest of them would be like, I could burn him. No, I could be invisible around him. No, I could stretch around it. No, I'm what's his name? Hank something.
Hank.
What, you talking Ben
Ben
Grimm?
Grimm.
Ben Grimm.
I'm
Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
Grimm.
yeah.
Damn it, I'm a giant crouton. I'll take the salad. He'll say.
I mean, I
I
will
paired well
say
with him.
that.
Yeah.
I will say that creature on the cover of Fantastic Four #1
Oh,
kind of does
the
look
first
like
one?
a
Yeah.
salad monster. Yeah.
Doesn't it be like the Mole Man or something? He looks like
It was the Mole Man, one of the Mole
Yeah.
Man's underground creatures.
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah.
All right.
And actually going along with that, I'm starting to agree with chat. Human Torch.
Human Torch would be good.
Well, he
Cook it up.
burn. He kind of was going to do what Iron Man would do, but maybe they chose that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
lettuce will definitely shrivel up if you put some
Fire
Human
beet
Torch on it,
salad.
right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, show me Johnny Storm. Number
Look
4.
at that.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Appropriately, Human Torch is number 4.
Why wouldn't they use Iron Man though? Because it's the same power.
I will
right?
say that I couldn't say it during the thing. Iron Man did come in. Where is he? He is low on the list.
He's kind of low on the list. He's not doing so good.
Yeah. Where is he? Holy
Oh,
cow.
wow.
Oh, there he is.
That-
Number
that
13.
bad?
Number 13. I just scrolled right past him.
Oh, that's not bad. I
Well,
feel a little
That's not
better
bad.
about
Number
that.
13 is, yeah, you should feel a little redeemed.
A little bit.
No worse than but would we go with the opposites here next? Would we go with Iceman? I mean, would that be like or it's just not popular enough? People just don't really think of, just doesn't pop to the head, does it? When
Who,
you're-
Iceman?
Yeah.
My wife's been watching
one-
the Rookie, and the guy that played Iceman in the X-Men movies is in that, and I can only see him as Iceman. So
Right.
Yeah.
that's a side story that I don't know why I told you.
What
Yeah.
about Wolverine? He'd be great. He'd be all tossing them up, and
Ooh.
he'd toss that salad. What do you think about that?
I can see that.
Just slicing it up like dicing up your lettuce? All right.
Chopped, a nice little chopped salad. Is that what you're going with?
Sure.
What do you think, Cyrdex?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll
Chop
work.
salad.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Yeah.
We'll be.
Show me he's the best at what he does, and what he does is chop salad. Number
Look at
one.
that number one. Oh
Wow.
my god.
That's great.
Hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah.
5 answers left on the board.
I freaking love it.
Oh my.
You know, I
what-
still think chat room is killing it. Oh,
What do you got?
what was it? Oh, shoot, what was it? Oh, Groot.
Oh, yeah, I am salad. I am Groot. Yeah, let me get in there.
All
I got you.
All
let's do
right,
Groot
let's go
then.
for Groot. Show me Groot.
Groot the root.
No.
Oh, you don't like
Groot.
roots in your
The
salad?
Crouton. The Crouton is not up there.
the
However,
Crouton, the hilarious.
39th place. I'm sorry.
okay.
Yeah, 39th place. A few people said.
Okay, maybe not such a good answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the end.
See, that's somebody asked. Well, you let them look at the chat room for their answers? Like I do, but it doesn't always help.
No,
Right.
it doesn't help at
Case
all
in point.
sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, well, now I've got nothing. You know what? I'm gonna assume that some people might have thrown Blade in there because of the same reason they did Wolverine. It's just lower on the list, so I'll say Blade.
Yeah. All right, show me Blade.
Please.
Damn it! Oh.
He dices, he juliennes, but he only made it up to number. Where is he? I did see Blade in here. Oh, there we go. Tied for 49th place. One person said Blade.
49th?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, 49th place.
Shit.
Tied for 49th place.
Oh my gosh.
People had 49 other heroes and villains before they said Blade.
He's a great day walker, and he can chop some salad. You guys are wrong out there.
Yeah.
He's one of the best characters in Midnight Suns.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
He's good in everything.
He's way overpowered.
Love that guy.
What about Superman and Wonder Woman on a date, and he's all like, "What will you have?" And she says, "Salad monster," and then he's all like, "You're not have none of my fries." And then there's like all the boyfriend girlfriend jokes you can think of in the last 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is quite a setup.
I mean, one of the reasons why I preferred Marvel over DC is because Superman's the answer for everything.
Right. Yeah. You're not wrong. Yes, Superman. He's always up for beating the crap out of a salad as long as there's no kryptonite in that.
Oh yeah, sure. True. Green. You could hide kryptonite in the green leafy greens of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. All right. Is that your answer then?
I'd tune in. Superman, you want to go with us here next?
We can try it.
Do it.
Let's do it, Superman. Rolling for the big money.
Let's see if Superman is the answer to everything after this. Show me Superman.
Look at that.
Number 9. One of the people who said Superman said, "I hear he likes a tossed salad."
Oh, nice. They didn't spell it like Superman.
Oh, so he didn't Super Salad Man. Yeah.
Do you guys remember that, Brian? Do you have a place in Denver called Super Salad? Do you remember that?
Yes.
I used to love it until they went away because nobody does like open air.
It was bad. Yeah, bad COVID land.
Bad idea.
Yeah, it was bad COVID land. I think it got killed. That's when it got killed. I think. But man, I loved that when I used to take the kids there. Used to love it. Anyway,
I
sorry.
did too. Yeah.
Food detour. Now back on main track. You guys are still in charge. Detour. Keep going. What
you thinking now, Sarah? What you got?
Primarily so Claire will stop yelling at us. Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. Because he can get big.
You eat a salad and there's ants in there. Yeah, I got
it.
Oh, that's
nobody
why.
likes ants in a salad. All right, show me Ant-Man. Number 10.
Look at that big point. Is there even
with a
any
tie.
possibility of Scott
catching
up to this point?
Actually, even before this question, there was no chance. But somebody said Ant-Man just grows big, eats salad. Done. Turns into giant man.
Damn it. Okay. I guess it depends on the size of the salad monster, though, right?
Right.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
But he can be as big or as small as he wants to be, right? Or is there a limit?
There are limits based on like his the strains put on him from going that big. Because you remember, like in the first two movies, or I'm sorry, in Civil War and in the second movie, it strains him to go that big.
Oh, right.
No, that's right.
And small,
exhausting. He's got to eat.
Yeah, and the too small ends up being the quantum zone crap.
Right. Exactly.
So okay, or dimension or whatever it is. What's it called? The quantum zone. Quantum
realm.
Thank you.
Yep.
I knew that word was in there somewhere.
Solomon Grundy don't want salad.
All right, take it home, Chucklehead.
3 answers left on here.
I'm trying to think. Is Spider-Man the same joke? You know, spider in my salad. Is it?
Yeah.
Sure. They don't eat leaves or anything. They eat other insects.
That's true.
I mean, ants eat leaves. So
sure. Right. True.
Yeah, but if you had a spider in your salad, you're telling the guy at the counter that I don't want this, right? You're not going to eat that.
Yeah, after immediately flipping the table.
Yeah, I'd be very upset.
Anyone else? Any other creatures eat salad? Eat leafy greens that you can think of?
We have very low stakes now, so
we just pretty much say any dumbass thing we wanted to, right?
Yeah,
we're going with Puck from Alpha Flight because it makes absolutely zero sense.
Because he'd do some cartwheels and slam into the into the salad monster.
Love it.
Is that really what you're saying?
No, I don't know. Okay. What do you think, Cyrix?
What's the shark guy from Suicide Squad?
Sharkman.
No, it's not Sharkman. It's something shark. What's wrong with my brain?
Is it King Shark?
King Shark.
King
Thank
Shark. That's
Yeah.
it.
Let's go with
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
Shark
King Shark.
Man.
Love the salads.
Show me King Shark.
Oh.
Can I say? Well, I can say anything. I'm going to lose no matter
Say
what.
anything you
But I'm
want.
going to say the blue beetle because beetles eat salad.
Oh, there we
that's
go.
smart.
All
There
right,
you go.
sure.
That's right.
All right,
say
show me Blue Beetle.
Just getting through these X's. Just getting through them. It's all good.
How about
That's
just
right.
Robin?
Yes.
You think Robin would be like really good against the salad monster? You think? Or Batarang or something?
Oh, by the way, Blue Beetle 35th on the list.
Oh, he's higher than Blade. What the frick?
He's higher than Blade. Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Okay, Cal, is Condiment King actually a hero?
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be a hero, right?
Somebody could have put it
Oh,
there,
true.
right?
Yeah, it is the tadpole after all.
It is the
Dumb
tadpole.
stuff.
Could have said
that is also
whatever.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Salad Eater Man.
Salad Eater Man.
I know
don't
there's
mind
Matter
supporting
Eater
yourself.
Lad, so
Oh yeah, Matter Eater Lad. That'd be smart. Matter Eater Lad would be pretty good, actually.
Okay, is that what? Do you want to go with that?
What do you think, Cyrenex? Or you want me to just come up with a totally different thing entirely? What do you want?
holy crap, there actually is a Condiment Man. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, let's go with Matter Eater Lad.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
Matter Eater Lad.
right.
He's
Show
eating
me
the matter.
one
Salad
of
is
my
matter.
least favorite characters of all time, but somehow he made it into the Justice League or the one of those, the JLA. Show me Matter Eater Lad.
Oh my
They
God!
finally
what?
found- They finally
get
found
that.
a use for Matter Eater Lad, and apparently he's the salad monster.
because he's got eat in his name. That's the only reason.
Probably,
That's right.
yeah.
Legion of Superheroes. That's it. Yes.
Yeah,
By the way, they said 34 people came up with Matter Eater Lad.
We bring that
Oh
up on the
my
show a lot
God.
because Brian's talked about how he doesn't like
Yeah.
him and everything, and so
Yeah, no,
I think
it's
that's a
just
perfect pick. You guys nailed it with that. Nice job.
Yeah,
That
and
was
why wouldn't you like?
hilarious.
Oh wow, I can eat just about anything. What should my superhero name be? Munch? No. How about Gobble? No. I know. Matter Eater Lad.
Well, it's back when they were doing all the lads. That was a thing.
Yeah,
Right?
the lad part's not the problem. Not the problem I have with it.
Oh, it's
Right,
the Matter Eater part.
It is the Matter Eater.
Yeah. What else? What's a better name? I'm trying to think. Like
I mean,
Literally
you know,
anything involving
yeah,
food.
The consumer.
Eater.
the consumer,
The
or
masticator.
consumption. Yeah,
the chronic
masticator.
masticator.
Yeah, I like that. Those are all good.
Do we want to go with? If we're gonna stick in this area, maybe we should go with Tony Chu
Tony Chu. Is that a? Oh, is that from the Chu comic?
from the Chu comic series.
Yeah, but those
The,
aren't DC or Marvel though, right? Or I guess it doesn't matter because
just
it's
have to be
DC.
DC or Marvel.
Yeah,
then,
it's
I was
specifically
going
DC
off
and
the
Marvel.
comics.
Yeah, it's an image thing. That's a great comic though.
By the way, Claire, you're welcome for that title.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think next? How about
I'm
some?
trying to think of other characters that are known for eating. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is the Blob.
Well, the Blob
he
is
probably has
perfect.
to eat
The Blob
a
is
lot.
brilliant.
Yeah, Bob's all right. Played by Beanfork. I like the Blob.
Blobs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get a new Blob once MCU finally or Disney finally
Right.
pulls the Blob into the MCU. All right, show me nothing beats the Blob. No,
that's a shame.
Blob was number 14 on the list.
Yeah,
by the
nice.
Well,
Good
not
idea.
too bad.
Good plan.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna say Galactus eats everything.
Oh, because
so-
he eats everything. Yes,
Yeah.
smart.
the great
Worlds and all.
eater.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's say Galactus.
way. Show me Galactus.
Oh,
Well,
No,
fast buzz.
Galactus was on the list. Also higher than Blade.
Because he eats all the salads, not just the
38.
salad monster. Every salad
Right.
in the earth gets
Yes.
eaten when he eats it.
Exactly. And then, he goes off to another universe and he's flying. He's out there with Silver Surfer and he says, "Ooh, here's another world." And Galactus says, "No, thanks. I just had salad.
I just had a salad.
I just had salad."
I couldn't possibly.
I'm watching my
Yeah,
way.
there just happened to be everything else involved with it, but
Yeah.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
he did. It is not a false statement.
No, not at all.
All right, let's. Oh my gosh, the people are really pushing for Mantis. Let's look at number 6 because we know what number 5 is. Number 6 just feels like a Deadpool villain to
Deadpool.
people. If they feel like that. Plus,
Okay.
he also has the katanas and he can slice up the
Yeah.
salad and all that.
That does seem
that's
like
also
as dumb as it sounds. That's something he would probably want to fight. I get it. That's good.
But I love this answer for number 8. It's kind of where I was leading with the what else eats salad. Show me number 8. Squirrel Girl.
Girl.
Oh, Carter would be so disappointed in me. She loves that character.
Send all the squirrels to eat all the salad.
Yes, that
but
makes
the
sense.
important thing, oh, by the way, Mantis was, where was Mantis in this list?
You mean my secret MCU crush? Mantis?
Oh, yeah, I love the Mantis.
Oh, yeah.
I love Mantis, yes.
She's my favorite.
Mantis, I don't even see Mantis on the list. I do see Madison, and it's spelled with a Y, but it's not where you think.
We didn't have enough surprise with the lack of X-Men in here. We had Wolverine, obviously, but
yeah.
I thought
I
we'd
guess I
have,
can go down the list. Condiment King was number 12. Batman technically was 11, but he had the same number as Ant-Man, so I moved him up for the tie.
Okay.
Aquaman, for some reason. Spider-Man, Thor, Iceman, Beast Boy, Doctor Strange, Green Lantern, because it's green.
Screen.
This is data. Kingpin, Mr. Freeze, Captain Marvel, Cyclops, Harley Quinn, Howard the Duck, The Thing, Wonder Woman, Apache Chief, Black Widow, Drax the Destroyer.
Apache Chief! Nunchuck!
A nunchuck, and then he's what? He's as big as the sound. I guess that's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I do like this one, Hawkeye, because he's a salad shooter.
Oh my lord, that's terrible. That's terrible. But I love it, and I
thought
think
my
that's
puns
great.
were bad.
Yeah, you thought? Well, there's way worse out there. Tadpoles
Way
and all.
worse. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That means
because he's got a fork on his forehead.
that's right.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's a great
You're
one.
a winner.
Was Black Bolt on there or no?
Yeah, he was, but only one person said it. But it was the one person who said because he's got a fork on his head.
He deserves. That guy deserves us an extra prize or something. That's
He
amazing.
kind of does. Yeah, there's no way for me to look and see what who that person is. Maybe I could tell them, all right, if you can prove who you are by telling me the other answers you gave, I can see what other answers they gave.
Right.
But I can't see.
If you do that, then I'll send you some stickers and some prints and stuff because that's very funny.
All right. Black Bolt. Cool.
Hey, that's well done, Serenex. You came in, you conquered, and you and Dunaway walked away with it. But more importantly, you walked away with Scourgebringer and Chicken Police.
Yeah.
Excellent games on Steam. Brian, who gave us those codes? Just to give him credit,
Oh,
do you know?
I'll tell you. That was, I think that's the last of the current batch we have from Tim Moore. So big thanks to Tim Moore for sending all those in.
Thank you, Tim.
All the stuff that we've given away over the last couple weeks is from Tim Moore.
That's right.
Awesome.
And I added a whole new section from David Akers yesterday. Big thanks to him. We'll be going through those at some point.
Oh, nice.
Anytime you guys at home
Real
have like a
nice.
big humble bundle that went through and you don't need most of it or whatever, don't just chuck those codes. We got homes for them here. Let us know.
Yeah, we give them away.
Yeah, email us. Serenex, anything to say about your victory?
Well, I'm glad that I finally won something with you guys. So
I am glad also.
Good job.
unlike something,
Unlike something else. Exactly.
no.
I like the self rubbing it in. It's nice. Anyway, you enjoy these. We'll see you soon. Be nice and let that beard fly. All right, there he goes. He's off to the woods. Dunaway, that was great. Listen, if you missed it yesterday, we did a little play retro. We talked about Myst, the game, and the series. Really, we talked up to 3, and then even a little bit about
we talked a
where
little
the
bit about
future
4
was.
and 5, even though it's kind of beyond our retro scope usually, but we still talked about them, right?
Yeah, and we talked about Cyan, and what they're doing today, and the kind of stuff you can expect.
You
from
can actually
them.
go to their website, cyan.com, and order the Myst merch.
Yep.
What?
Yep, I know. Isn't that
Next
crazy?
merch.
If you want to find their rivals over at magenta.com. Anyway, Brian Dunaway, thanks for hanging with us, and you have a good weekday.
No, you.
Bye.
A good week.
A good weekday. All right, we're going to do one news story,
Okay.
and it goes like this.
I don't watch the news.
It's time for the news, brought to you by...
Brought to you by Master Wabbit and his gaming stream. Head over to twitch.tv/Master Wabbit.
Yeah, I checked out some of it last night. It was really fun, so I thought, hey,
Cool.
let's put it on here. Keanu Reeves literally took the red pill.
What?
Yep, and I don't mean the stupid political way people use it now.
Is he woke now?
Yeah, is he woke? Here's what he did. He literally has the red pill. During a recent Reddit Ask Me Anything, or as the kids call it, AMA, Reeves was asked if he had ever stolen anything from any of his movie sets. His answer was, not stolen, the watch and wedding ring from John Wick, a sword from 47 Ronin, and the first red pill that the Wachowskis ever gave me, he replied.
That's cool.
So that literally means Keanu Reeves has the red pill.
He took the red pill. Yeah, I mean the wedding ring and the watch from John Wick, I would want one of those coins, man. I'd want one of the coins.
Yeah,
Take a coin.
I want the coin too. The coin would be what I want.
Yeah.
He went on to say a couple of other interesting things. He said both the Matrix franchise and John Wick had some overlap when it comes to physicality. He says, quote, nothing can ever compare to the kung fu training from the Matrix because it was so unique and my first time. But the jiu-jitsu in John Wick being integrated with judo and gunfights can never be touched in its own way. I'm not sure what that means.
Huh.
I think he means that's like a special level or whatever.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He says, Reeves also answered a question about his aspirations had he not been in acting. He says, when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a race car driver, a conductor, or a astrophysicist, he said. Today, let's conduct some music. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Anyway, he says, favorite film that he's been in. He says, I've been very fortunate to be in Johnny Mnemonic. Just kidding, Brian, that was for you.
Yeah, I know. It was...
the movie Brian walked out of.
I'd be like, all right, I'm done with Keanu, if you said that was one of his favorites.
Exactly. He says, I've been very fortunate to work in a few films that have changed my life. I can't just pick one, but there are a few. River's Edge, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, The Matrix Trilogy, The Devil's... Oh, did he just forget that there were 4 of those? Of the Matrix
Yeah, I guess
movies?
he did, yeah. The Matrix Trilogy plus 1.
Wonder what that says. The Devil's Advocate and Scanner Darkly, My Own Private Idaho, Point Break, and John Wick. Those are the ones he says.
No love for Dangerous Liaisons? Oh, come on, Keanu.
I know. No love for Dracula. What was that called?
Oh, yeah. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. No love for that there, Keanu
no
Reeves?
love for that one, I guess.
Yeah. But you mentioned Johnny Utah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and Devil's Advocate gets named up there with The Matrix and
That's
Bill
probably
and
just
Ted.
because it had what's his name in it.
Robert Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. So when you work with Pacino, it's like a huge resume thing or
and
something.
Charlize. I mean, come on.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, she's in that.
Yeah.
How do I forget that?
How did you forget that?
She wasn't naked in that, was she?
No.
We watched this for film sacks. Corey, you're thinking of 3 Days in the Valley. She's very naked in that.
Oh, is she? I thought she just wears like a skin tight cat suit.
No.
Oh, yeah. She's the Reindeer Games is the one that I think of for her.
Yeah,
she's done.
I just think of Furiosa.
Of course you do.
She's never naked in that.
No surprise there.
She's a never nude in Mad Max. All right, let's move on to. We'll do this one story real quick. This will be no problem. Japanese housewife loses her life savings to a man who pretended to be a K-pop idol.
Oh,
man. Tom Merritt says, I'm just kidding. It's not that. They love the K-pop at his house, so.
They do, boy, yeah.
Recently, a story of a Japanese housewife who lost all her money because of a fake K-pop idol is garnering much attention. According to reports, the housewife spent her entire life savings on a man who pretended to be a Korean and underground K-pop idol. I don't know what that... To be a K-pop idol that's underground...
K-pop idol. I mean, idol and underground feel like they're conflicting in that.
That doesn't sound right to me either. On March 5th, Japanese media Gendai Business revealed a story of a housewife, age 44, who was deceived by a man who spent 2.5 million Japanese yen, which is about $18,000 USD, on him. In Japan, underground idol refers to idols who are independently managed and perform at small venues while interacting closely with fans.
Gotcha. Okay. So they can be used together in a sentence.
Well, here we call that an unpopular band.
Indie. We call that an indie.
Yeah,
artist.
it's not like they choose to do that. They would rather they want to sell out Madison Square Garden, but they don't. Yeah. Anyway, the underground idol culture allows fans to meet closely with their beloved artists and build strong bonds with them through these meetings. And without paying a lot of money, fans are usually given 100 seconds with the idol member of their choice. That is so specific.
It's so specific. It's not even like 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something like that. 100 seconds.
Yeah, says they can take photos, shake hands, talk during that 100 seconds or whatever. Anyway, she got bamboozled.
100 seconds in heaven.
Yep. She got bamboozled and taken for a bunch of money, and he was never a K-pop star. He was an imposter. The lesson is, don't listen to K-pop. Just kidding. Do whatever you want. Brian, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Merritt will be here. Speaking of Tom Merritt, he'll tell us all about the day's tech news. And after that, we got Recomentals today. That should be fun as well. So stick around. But first, this song.
Yeah. Adam Eicher wrote in and said, please play the song or any song from the album for Any in the Middle for this one. We saw Taylor Jansen, very close to a name you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Taylor Jansen at the Bunbury Festival in our hometown Cincinnati, Ohio in 2019. She's based in Manitoba, Canada, and her label mates include Churches, Mumford & Sons, and Phoenix. I'm loving the new full-length album and want to share the love. And then he forwarded the permission from the record company. So good. This is I Live in Patterns by Taylor Jansen, going out to Adam Eicher.
Awesome. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
I'ma just go to the coffee shop where the coffee's hot, and I'll get a cannoli.
This one is as crooked as a dog's hind leg.
The Morning Stream. Damn it, Bones, I need you badly.
And we returned. Tell me who that was again so I can track it down.
That was Taylor Jansen, Janzen, and a song called I Live in Patterns. Comes from her album I Live in Patterns, which came out this year.
That sounds great. 2023 release. Pretty
and
good.
It's far better than that cover of In the Ghetto that we played yesterday's show.
Oh, man, that thing haunted me for most of the night. What a garbage show that was. That was really heinous. I do love that you have these you're not so precious that you throw that kind of crap away. You have this stuff.
No, I got to keep it because it's, it makes me laugh. It makes me smile to play that Eilert Pilarm.
Well, I love it. Continue to do it forever.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man is, it's Dark Man, everybody. It's Tom Merritt.
Can you see me?
I can see you. It just seems like you're going to tell us a dark story, scary story or something.
It's so dark in there, we can't see what sports hat you're not wearing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I don't know why the lights won't come on.
Oh, that's not good. Hopefully. I mean, actually, it's not terrible. It's kind of moody.
Yeah, I do like the, I know it's not intentional, but on the far right, it looks like a horror movie poster, like there's a door and there's light coming around the sides of the door.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's between your two big encyclopedia things. Oh, look, he's got a light underneath his face.
Oh, there we go. That'll help.
That's
there's
great.
Tom.
Yeah, there's Tom Merritt. And he's got a scary story.
Oh, let me tell you about Duck Assist.
Well, speaking of scary stories, the internet is full of them. Sometimes they're tech-related, and Tom is always on the lookout for good tech stories because the Daily Tech News Show must go on every day, and that includes today. So, Tom, what are we looking at?
You're going to be looking at me today. I faked you out last week, I realized, by doing TMS and not doing DTNS.
Yeah.
But it will be me there. And one of the things we're going to be talking about is DuckDuckGo launching its own AI into search.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm ready for that. That sounds great. I've been sitting here as a DuckDuckGo 3 years exclusive user going, with all this talk of, AI assisted search, what's your deal, DuckDuckGo? Are you going to get into the game? And it sounds like they are. That's great. What do we know?
So they have they've created something called Duck Assist, which will show up when it thinks it has an answer. So it's not going to be there all the time like Bing. It will only be there when you type in a search and it thinks like, oh, we can help. So that's an interesting way of doing it. It's not something you can make show up unless you know what to ask. And it is limited to finding things on a limited number of sources. So it is mostly, according to Gabe Weinberg, 99% of the answers are coming from Wikipedia. Apparently Encyclopedia Britannica is in the mix and maybe a couple other sources. They want to expand that eventually. But right now, it's mostly Wikipedia. So if it thinks it can find an answer on Wikipedia, it will then summarize it, which is different than what DuckDuckGo already does, and Google does this too, which is find a quote from Wikipedia and display it so that you're like, does this answer your question? This will use the large language models, both from OpenAI and Anthropic. They've got a combination that they're running to reinterpret and summarize them for you so that it directly answers your question instead of giving you a quote that may or may not be applicable.
Interesting. So I'm reading here on their website. For now, Duck Assist, they're calling it. The beta will only be available in English on their browsing apps for iOS, Android, and Mac, and also browser extensions for Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. As they get further on, I guess the actual sites that you search from.
In the coming weeks, they're going to add it to the rest of search. They're launching it today with just the apps and the extensions.
Oh, I'm excited to try this. I really like them and it. I've been really happy with it, and I haven't missed Google. Like I'm sure that maybe there has been one or two times where I was like, maybe I want a further result, or
I'd say 30 to 40% of the time I have to go to Google.
Oh, really?
I have DuckDuckGo as my default on mobile, and I'd say maybe more like 30%, but a third of the time I'm like, it's not putting up what I want.
It's Tom's 70-30 split he's doing there with DuckDuckGo.
The 70-30 rule.
Yes. Maybe it's 31, but yeah.
Maybe I'm just too forgiving of the result that's good enough,
Or maybe you're using it more casually than I am.
Probably, yeah.
I'm using it for things like Know a Little More and stuff, where I'm really looking for specific information versus like just general stuff.
That's true. Well, I'm going to mess with this, and I'll when we do our show, or when we do DTNS, if it comes up at all, I'll have a little experience with the browser.
What it probably is I'm looking for unimportant things, and you're looking for things people are interested in. Well, I'm thinking about it.
What you're saying though is Google's good at giving you I mean, their whole world is search. So of course they're good at it, right? Yeah. They track you a lot.
I don't think Google is as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
I feel like, and part of it is perception. In 1999, when all I had was Alta Vista and InfoSeek, Google was a revelation. But for years I was like, yep, Google, man, I know how to use it. It always gives me what I want. And over the past several years, it's become like, oh, I know why I'm seeing this, because somebody knows how to game it, or you think I want recent information, but I don't always want recent information. And so then I have to go in and like do the filter and set the date to last year, so it's not just crowding me. It's all kind of weird stuff. Again, probably very specific to my usage of it, but I just, I don't find it as default, like, why would I ever not use Google? Which is why I use DuckDuckGo on mobile, because, like, say, most of the time it gets me exactly what I want, and I don't have to worry about feeding an algorithm.
Brian, do you have a preference these days, browser-wise?
I'm still using Google. It's really just laziness that I haven't switched the automatic search engine in my search bar on my browser to be anything else. But I mean, I do like when I've used DuckDuckGo, I liked it, and when I've used
Bing, the new Bing,
the new Bing with the AI, I liked it too.
I like it too. I feel like I'm gravitating toward messing around in there a little bit more too, but I just rather be tracked less, and I like that they do that, even though I don't care that much.
DuckDuckGo's approach, not just of the not tracking, but of saying, we're not going to try to give you something that will do everything. We're going to give you something on a very limited set that we think is pretty reliable. Even then, sometimes it won't be right, but neither are search results, because humans are not always right. So, it's as good as Wikipedia is. They're very upfront when you get a result saying, this is from Wikipedia. This is the source. If you want to check it, may or may not be right, but this is what we're saying. I think that is a responsible and useful way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. And I also like this. It's one use, or one of the many uses of AI that is like emergent and happening. Like, I like that this is happening now. We're like getting it. It's going to improve, obviously, and change and evolve, but it's really useful. So more of that, please, and less 400 fingers on each hand.
One of the things I've realized over the past month or so is that OpenAI has been very clear about this. ChatGPT was one of a series of demonstration models that it put out, and it did not think it would be any different than the previous ones that it put out. And for some reason, this one caught on with the public's imagination. Why do things go viral? Who knows?
Yeah.
But this did. OpenAI never meant ChatGPT to be the product.
Right.
OpenAI wants ChatGPT to be an example of the kind of thing you can do in products. And we're starting to see that with DuckDuckGo. Salesforce has added something into their systems. Like, that's where this stuff is really going to affect your life. It's going to start showing up in products. Microsoft's going to announce something with Office next week. So, keep your eyes out for that. Don't expect ChatGPT itself to be the thing. I don't think.
I have a feeling it's like, well, it's like anything. There's like a groundbreaking immediate thing, and then how it
all
gets,
the iteration, people doing it better.
Yeah, people do it better, but also in ways that are just you're already in their ecosystems, or that's already a part of your life. So you're going to grab, and a lot of times you aren't even going to know. Like, there are going to be people 10 years from now who just search for something, and an assisted AI, they're not thinking about it. They're not going, oh, the AI is telling me what I need to know. They're just going to go, oh, I got the result I'm looking for. That's it.
OpenAI is making a thing that other people can use in their products. They and that's where they want to go. That's what they want to do. And there will be competitors to OpenAI as well, like Anthropic and others.
Yeah.
And so, there's going to be not just OpenAI, but yeah, it's not going to be like, oh, I want to use the AI. AI-powered things like Dolly and such are going to show up in products and make those products hopefully better.
Yeah, I agree. More on that today. Daily Tech News Show today. That's right. Wednesdays I'm on, and for real, Tom will be on, and I'll be on. So that's a double whammy. We had a great show last week, but we always miss Tom when I'm there, and he's not around.
Yeah, it was a good show.
But anyway, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Is there anything else that people should have on their mind about you or anything you're doing?
I once did a show on CNET called Top 5.
I remember that, yeah.
And then I did one for Revision 3 called Top 5.
Yeah.
And then I did one for Tech Republic called Top 5.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I ain't going to stop there.
Is this the
Top
fifth?
Top 5 returning to youtube.com/Daily Tech News Show.
Oh.
In the coming weeks. I'm going to pull a DuckDuckGo. In the coming weeks.
Okay.
Look for Top 5 at youtube.com/Daily Tech News Show. This is a Top 5 unleashed. I don't have to serve CNET. I don't have to serve Revision 3. I don't have to serve Tech Republic. I can count down whatever I darn well please.
Nice.
So check it out. youtube.com/Daily Tech News Show. The triumphant return of the 4th version.
Oh, dang it. It would be great if it was the 5th iteration, because you could say,
Top 5.
Today I'm going to do the top 5 places I've done top 5. And now you can't.
Yeah.
You know what? Do a quick
I'll
Twitch.
fire myself and start a 5th one just so I can do that.
There you go. Yeah,
I love it.
Perfect.
Now, gently lay yourself off. You can do it nicely.
I'll be nicer to myself.
Nice little severance and all of that. It's Tom Merritt, everybody. He is Ace Detect on Twitter if you'd like to follow him there. We'll see you a little bit later on the show today. Bye now.
Thanks, Al.
Bye. Okay, Brian, hold your fingers.
All right. Hold your fingers.
So far, so good. Maybe they solved it. I don't know.
All right, good. Let's hope so.
Let's add Randy to the call, and let's add Nicole to the call.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Recomentals. It's super
what are you
fun.
Gonna
do? What are you going to do? You're just going to go ahead and do it.
It's Recomentals.
You're going to let them happen. They're going to be right there for you. Doodle-doodle-doo. Yes, everybody, it's time for us to do Recomentals. It's a little show concept created originally by our own Nicole Spagnuolo, who joins us on the line right now. Hi, Nicole.
That's me.
Hi, it's a you.
It's a you.
It's nice to have you here. Of course, Randy Jordan also joining us. Hi, Randy.
Aloha. Good morning stream. How are you? I'm fine. It is Oscars week. I'm very happy about it.
Yes. And you're on a weird toilet phone or something. Where are you right now? You hear that? Are you in a car?
I did hear that. Yeah.
Are you in a car? No.
Who?
Randy?
Me?
No, Randy.
Randy?
No,
Yeah,
Randy. Randy, are you there?
He's on his Swatch watch.
Microphone reset.
Yeah.
Do you sound any better now?
You do sound better now.
Yeah.
A little bit, yes. Well done. Good enough for what's the phrase when you say it's good enough for
close enough for rock and roll?
That's what I meant. Not even close, but that's close enough. Anyway, hey,
close enough for government work.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
it. That's the one I meant to say.
Government work. There you go.
We're back at it. We're going to recommend some stuff, things we've seen on streaming services that we liked enough to tell you at home about, and we're going to start as the tradition dictates with Brian here. What do you got?
I'm recommending like 12 things. Why? Because it is Oscar season, and one of my favorite categories or sets of categories are the shorts. Boy, Brian loves the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 3 categories, as always: the animated shorts, the live action shorts, and documentary shorts. And even though the usual purveyor, Shorts TV, has not provided a downloadable or like a purchasable link that you can watch all 15 nominees, a lot of them are already available on Apple TV, YouTube, Disney Plus, and Netflix. So I'm going to talk about just a couple of them, but I'm going to put links to all of the ones that are currently available to watch in the quick tms.li. But let's go ahead and listen to the clip that I'm providing, which is one of the live action shorts that I loved.
All right, here we go.
Each one of you sitting at our table today is due a slice of the cake you see over there. So then, here's my proposal. Give up your slice of cake and offer it up as a small sacrifice to Jesus.
The hell?
So all the good little girls who agree to give up their slice of cake say so by standing up now.
No, I'm not doing that. This is dubbed too, right?
Serafina, you hear me? Then why aren't you standing? All the good girls choose to stand up.
I am a bad girl. You
Rebel.
said so yourself.
Okay. All right.
So that takes place. So that one is Le Pupille. Le Pupille. It is a I think it is a French, might be Italian, but basically it's a Catholic orphanage, and the nun is kind of like rules with an iron fist. And dang it, I want cake. And so does Serafina, and so she doesn't stand up like all the other good little girls. That actually turned into one of Tina's and my favorite live action short films. That one's available on Disney Plus, and it's about half an hour, and it is fantastic. It is so worth it, and for many reasons, including these fantastic sung interludes all throughout this live action short.
Interesting.
It's got a great, not really twist at the end, but it's got a lot of humor. Speaking of, so that one's available on Disney Plus. Again, it's called Les Pupilles, Pupille.
So it's like the pupil. Is that the translation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The other one that we really enjoyed from the live action is called Night Ride, and the setup is that this woman is outside in the freezing cold. I think this is Danish or Swedish. This woman's outside waiting in the cold for a light rail or a tram or train to pick her up. It arrives, but the driver says, no, it's not leaving for half an hour. She's like, can I go wait inside, please? And he's like, no, you can't. So she climbs inside, realizes that the door's still open. No, she waits until he can't see her, climbs inside, waits until the door, until he can't see her, and then tries to close the door, accidentally starts the train.
Oh, shit.
And,
damn.
And as funny as that stuff is, boy, it takes a weird turn about halfway through. That one is called Night Ride. It's available on YouTube. Again, about 20 minutes, and it's another one that's really, really, it goes deeper than you'd expect it to.
Okay.
Let's go to the animated shorts.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see any way to see An Irish Goodbye?
No, Irish Goodbye, Evalu, and The Red Suitcase. None of the other 3 live action shorts are available for streaming, unfortunately. So keep an eye out for those when they're available.
Carry on.
4 of the 5 animated nominees are available, including The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, which is a beautiful, sad and sweet animated thing on Apple TV.
Oh, this is the thing Carter's refusing to let me watch until she watches it with me, and I don't know.
Oh, see, here's the thing. Watching almost all of these animated shorts, all I could think of is Carter is going to be in this category someday. She is going to create some animated thing that's going to be Oscar nominated at some point. It's perfect category for her. As good as that one was, there's another one we liked more called Ice Merchants. I'll come back to that one. There's also My Year of Dicks, which you can watch on Vimeo, and it's about a woman trying to lose her virginity, or a girl trying to lose her virginity in Houston in the 90s.
Okay, I thought it was maybe a bunch of guys named Dick. I didn't.
Yeah, no, it is really about what you think it is. However, The Flying Sailor, which is also available on YouTube, oddly enough, shows more penis than the cartoon or the animated short called My Year of Dicks. I don't know how that works out, but there is a lot of penis in The Flying Sailor.
Right.
But back to our favorite of the bunch, which is the Ice Merchants, or just called Ice Merchants. This is available on YouTube, and I've never watched an animated short that gave me such a feeling, like a thrill, like a almost not anxiety, but like like evoked so much emotion of fear and excitement and all that stuff as this one. It is, there's no dialogue. It is, again, this is one I immediately thought of Carter. I think Carter would like this one more than The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. So I would watch that one with her too.
Okay.
That one's
seriously
available.
all of them. You should watch
all of them. All four that are currently available. And unfortunately, an ostrich told me it's The End of the World as We Know It, or whatever that one is called, also not available. And then the last one, I'm going to go to documentary shorts. Those are mostly available on either Netflix or YouTube. The one we watched is called Haul Out, Haulout, and I haven't seen the other four, but man, this is going to be a hard one for me, hard one to beat. This is a remote outpost, I want to say in, maybe Alaska, and these migrating walruses show up there and completely cover this area. Hundreds of thousands of walruses covering this area, and it's because the little floating ice floes that they use for sleeping, for resting after they do a bunch of swimming, have all melted away. So they have to swim to this land all on their own, and they're exhausted. They're dying. They're fighting. They're stampeding a lot more than normal, and it is fascinating. And when you see a veritable sea of walruses, it's a sight you're never ever going to forget, with all these weird like vampire teeth sticking out of them.
I would really like to know how you watched this. It's been one of the hardest ones for me to obtain.
This one is on Netflix. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's on YouTube.
YouTube, right? I never think of YouTube.
All subs, dubs. What? It's a Russian movie, so
it's Russian, but there is very little talk in that one. Like you find with subs on this one, because there's so little talking. You're basically getting the entire story by watching this whole thing.
This looks like something I'm gonna like.
And you're aware that Elephant Whisperers is now streaming?
The Elephant Whisperers on Netflix, Martha Mitchell Effect is on Netflix, and Stranger at the Gate. Oh, I'm sorry, we watched Stranger at the Gate as well on YouTube. And I think that one is probably the one that's going to win. It's about a very right post 9/11 angry ex-military dude who sees all of these brown people at a mosque and makes a plan for what he's going to do. And the direction that thing turns is absolutely heartwarming, uplifting, and amazing. And it's a true story, because these are all documentary shorts. So,
Okay.
So Stranger at the Gate is another one I'm highly recommending. So if you take anything from this, Ice Merchants on YouTube for animated. All four animated are really good. Le Pupille on Disney Plus, Night Ride on YouTube for live action, and Haul Out and Stranger at the Gate also on YouTube.
You know what's weird is Haul Out is a Prime produced thing, Amazon Prime thing, but it's not on Prime Video. It's so weird.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I just noticed the logo on YouTube, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? Can I get it there?
That's funny. Yeah, New Yorker brought a lot of these to YouTube, and good for them getting their hands on these to get more people seeing them.
Well, I'm excited to see that one.
So I'm sorry I took up a lot of recommendal time, but there is so much good stuff in this list that I don't want people to miss.
No worries. That time of year, man. Okay, I'll go next. This is a thing that I saw on Prime, and I adored it, and I want to watch it again, and I think it got overlooked. It's some of the most beautiful cinematography I've ever seen, but it's also the quirkiest, weirdest thing ever, and I loved it. Here's the clip.
Never flown anything before. So I'm a little bit nervous about taking this little beauty up into the blue sky. You don't try things, you don't succeed, do you? You just got to keep trying.
Right, the plan is I'm going to head off down the lane, and by the time I reach the end, I should be hitting 90 miles an hour, and then I take off into the blue sky and I head to Dummock's Hill.
All right. Doesn't give anything away, but
no.
This is a movie. I didn't tell you guys ahead of time because I knew nobody was going to pick it, so I just didn't say anything in our chat. But this is a movie called Brian and Charles.
Oh, look at that!
And another Brian in my life. This came out last year. and is directed by Jim Archer, also written by him. It's based on this story that he wrote a long time ago, and it stars David Earl. You know him as, if you ever watched Derek, the Ricky Gervais Derek, you know the kind of slimy, dark-haired glasses friend of his that was always making like innuendos and stuff? That's him.
Really thick glasses, yeah.
Yeah, that's David Earl, and he's wonderful in this. He plays Brian, and Charles is played by Chris Hayward, but only in body movement because it's actually a robot voice. Charles is a robot that Brian builds way out in the northern part of England where it's all farms and sheep and all this. And this guy's just like this tinkery nerd who likes to tinker with stuff. And that clip you heard him making a weird bike that would like self-power itself and had all this power and stuff. And he just makes weird trinkety things. And it's this point in his life where he's a middle-aged guy, doesn't have anybody really to call his own. And so he just gets, kind of a wild hair one night and builds this robot named Charles. And how the robot decides to call himself Charles and how this robot looks, you just have to see it to understand why it's so weird.
I've seen the title card for this thing, and it just looks so fascinating.
Yeah, it is a wonderful movie. It is funny, quirky, heartfelt. I got teary at the end.
Wow.
I also laughed really hard at big chunks of this thing. It's almost like it's hard to explain. I don't know what genres are being mashed up here to make the final product, but you'll recognize some of them and then be amazed at how well the puzzle pieces fit together in terms of the kinds of filmmaking going on. But one thing I do want to mention, all of that stuff is great. Oh, it's done like it's like a mockumentary sort of style. So that's a thing to note about the storytelling. Like somebody's there filming it and they're aware of the cameraman kind of thing. But it's so beautifully filmed. I've never not since Inisherin, which is an amazingly photographed film. The filmography in this is unbelievable. Like, just it doesn't deserve it almost. It's crazy how pretty this movie is.
It's interesting that you just named the one that beat it for the BAFTA, right? The BAFTA award for Best British Film went to Inisherin over Brian and Charles, which I think a lot of people were calling the backup favorite. Yeah. But that category was amazing at the BAFTAs a couple weeks ago. Like, Scott, I think you would like most of those movies.
I probably would like everything.
No one has heard of most of those movies.
Yeah, and it's one of these where I don't know how many people even know this exists, but man, I fell in love with this movie. This shot up the charts in my head as far as like one of my favorite things. I don't even know if I want to call it a comedy. It's a comedy, but it's an allegory. It's like issues about getting older. It's also issues about growing up, because in a lot of ways Charles's story, the robot, is a coming of age story. What's great about it is they've given him this voice that isn't a normal. I mean, it's not like a talking person. It's not like, oh, hello, my name is Charles, and it's not like that. It's my name is Charles, but like it's super like robot-y. So when he's being very emotive, it's still coming across as very deadpan, but his body's moving like crazy. And sometimes he's like a child, sometimes like he's a petulant teenager, sometimes he's learned his stuff. The movie does make you park your brain, but that's kind of the point. I absolutely loved Brian and Charles and cannot recommend it enough. Loved it. And anybody can see this. This is a full range family of if you want to watch it with your kids, you totally can. They may not get it like you will, because it's quirky and weird, but it's nothing. There's nothing in here that's like, there's no swearing, there's no nudity, sex or
no naked robot action.
None of that stuff. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So check it out. Brian and Charles, currently streaming on Amazon Prime Video.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so good. Nicole, let's get to you. We got a little setup for me here. What do you got?
It was so hard to pick a clip for this movie because there's a lot of action, and all the clips were like fight scenes. So, but I will say I adored this movie. It is a little bit comedy, it's a little bit romance, it's a little bit action, it's a little bit existential dread. It's wonderful. So
Well,
and I hope it wins all the awards.
Oh, there's a hint. It's up for awards. All right, here you go.
I don't know. The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please, be kind. Especially when we don't know what's going on.
我理解，但你不是一个服输的人。我又何尝不是？只是我们选择的处理方式不一样。
Hey, Evelyn! Bagel!
Figured that was a good place to end the clip. Bagel. Tell us about the movie you love so much.
Oh, so this is called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yep.
Got mixed up. And you heard an actor by the name, and I've been practicing.
Oh, good.
Kiwi Kwan.
Oh, very nice.
He is the original.
No Time for Love, Dr. Jones. He's
Dr. Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Short round.
What was his name in that
Short
movie?
round.
Short round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been following his whole interview circuit. They did a really great interview with him on Sunday morning, CBS Sunday morning. And I almost wanted to cry because it was just, he tried really hard to continue to be an actor, and the industry just kind of didn't want him. And this role came around, and he waited for 2 months to hear if he got it. And because he was like, I'm perfect for this role. And he was absolutely perfect.
He is really good.
The premise of the movie is that it's all multiverses. There's an infinite amount of universes. And in one of these universes, they figured out how to visit the other universes. And Wayman is Evelyn's husband in this world, but you also have characters like Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays an IRS agent. But then there's other worlds where she's not, and it's so hard to explain this movie, and you just have to watch it. It's actually in 3 parts. So the first part is called Everything, then the second part is Everywhere, and then the third part is All at Once. So I actually watched the first part at night, and then I got tired, and then I got COVID. So
how you feeling, by the way? You feeling better?
I'm feeling a lot better.
Okay, good. Screw COVID. I hate it.
It got me. I almost made it to 3 years.
I know.
But
no kidding. Yeah.
Right. But then, so I watched the first part, and then I woke up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to, because I was just thinking about it so much, because I didn't want to stop, but I just needed to stop.
Yeah.
It's just, and then Jenny Slate's in it, like a lot of little cameos.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful, 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 wonderful movie.
Maybe Tina would have liked it more had she broken up into 3 parts, because we saw this at the movie theater, and when the title card comes up for All at Once for part 3, it's the first time I've ever heard her do this, especially in a movie theater where silence is so what sacrosanct is the word, I think.
Yeah.
She actually physically just let out this groan, like she was ready for this movie to be over.
Oh,
and,
it's a shame.
Yeah.
It is a shame, because I did still really enjoy it. She I think felt like it was too much when she got to All at Once. So
it's intense.
Maybe watching it in 3 parts maybe is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you tend to be.
Sure.
It's interesting how movies like this that are, you want to say universally acclaimed, always have people that it doesn't click for whatever reason.
Well, yeah.
Sure. I noticed that, like, everybody erupted about this movie back in April and May when it came out, right? Like, there was just there was such word of mouth. It was unbelievable how many people were telling you, right, you need to see this movie at the time.
Yeah.
And then there's some people that are like, I didn't like it, overrated. And it reminded me of Bo Burnham's Inside. Do you remember when that was like the big word of mouth? And there were always, every now and then, somebody was just like, "This is the most boring thing I've ever seen. Why are you doing this?" I think you need to check your your machinery if this doesn't like really, click for you. Because man, what an exciting movie.
Are you saying that Tina needs to check her machinery?
I'm saying that she needed to see this movie when she was better well rested, better fed. Something. There's something going on.
It's all Tina's fault.
There must have been something
She was
going
hangry.
on.
Yeah. Right.
So I actually have been wanting to watch this movie since probably December, January, but I was in a really bad mental state at that point that I purposely put this movie off because I think I could have watched it free streaming. It was on like one of my services. I ended up signing up for a 7-day trial to Showtime to watch this because I was like, wait, they took it off. Like people want to watch this now. So they're like, oh, we got to charge for it.
I don't think it was ever. I think Showtime's the only place that ever had it. I don't think anyone's. I don't think they had it.
I've been following it for months and months, and I've only ever seen it streaming on Showtime,
On
or rental everywhere.
Maybe I got that wrong.
There were months and months you could spend $20 to watch it, and that was a good deal.
Yeah, that was a good deal at the time. But
But I would like to say that I thought it was going to be, you know how I said the existential dread, because it's like, if you really stop to think about, like, if you could experience every possible universe for the split of the possibility of how your life could have turned out. I think of, you remember that movie Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Yeah.
I loved that movie. I even got her haircut in the 90s like that. But I've always been fascinated with the what if stories. Like I loved when I was a kid the choose your own adventure books because you had the ability to change the story based on the decision that you make. And this movie is like the epitome of a choose your own adventure kind of story. And I just loved it. I love that kind of out of the box thinking of how the world would be. And really what it comes down to, I picked Wayman's clip of being kind because things do get really scary, and it's your support system and your friends and your family that hopefully are there to help you through those scary parts. So it just connected with me really well in my current state of being.
Well, I still haven't seen it, and I want to real bad. So
you need to before the Oscars, Scott. This thing is gonna it may or may not win all the Oscars, right? It's nominated for a lot of them, but it's going to be so fun to root for it while watching the Oscars.
Yeah, it feels it's weird. I'm shocked no one for me to say this, but it's a throwback to when Fury Road was nominated, because it felt like I knew it wasn't going to win just because genre films don't win. But when Fury Road was up for so many nominations that year, the fun was rooting for it. Like, I knew it wasn't gonna.
In this case, the two Daniels probably will win for Best Director, which is weird. Oscar hates to give two people an award, but but there's like you can root for this and know that you're going to get to see it win a lot.
Well, I may as well just.
And Michelle, is it Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle
Yeoh.
Yeoh. She's, oh my God, she's an amazing actress. And I love seeing older actresses really get great roles.
Yeah, she's awesome. And she's a badass. She's good in everything. I liked her a lot, and her Discovery stuff was a real turn, but I quite liked it. She's also,
and I didn't realize she did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh yeah, she's in everything. She's been around.
Breakthrough role for her, I think.
She's amazing.
She's great.
She is.
I will watch it. I just need to do the stupid trial and get it over with.
Just Amazon Prime, do the trial.
Yeah,
and then watch while you have Showtime, watch Yellow Jackets.
Oh yeah, Yellow Jackets.
Oh, I heard that's good too.
Yeah.
It is really good, and the new season's coming soon.
I think that's on Prime as well, without the.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think now that may have changed though. Well, anyway, awesome, good recommendation, Randy. Let's throw it over to you. What do you got here for us?
I changed my recommendation at the last minute because I could see where this was all going.
Well, thank you. Brian. So now I have to redo the post. All right.
yes, indeed. I could see where this was all going, and I wanted to fit in with what everyone's doing today.
Yeah.
And my point is, Brian, if someone like Scott hasn't seen any of these things, and has a little time in the next few days, there are some things that you can watch, and then you're going to get to see them win. So, for instance, You could watch Babylon on Paramount Plus and see it win for Best Original Score. You could watch Pinocchio on Netflix and see it win for Best Animated Feature.
Right.
And then there's also this that I gave you a clip from.
All right.
And it is going to win an Oscar.
Here we go.
Okay, we're going, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so Alexei, I want to talk about something that we sort of touched on this morning. And you might hate this, but I really want you to think about it. If you are killed, if this does happen, what message do you leave behind to the Russian people?
Oh, come on, Daniel. No way. It's like you're making movie for the case of my death. Like, again, I'm ready to answer your question, but please let it be another movie number 2. Like, let's make a thriller out of this movie, and in the case I would be killed, let's make a boring movie of memory.
No idea. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
This is Navalny. This is going to win for Best Documentary Feature Film. It is about Alexei Navalny, the Russian opposition leader who has been in prison for over a year now. There was an attempt on his life twice before that. This film was primarily made during the time he was in Berlin and Germany, recovering from the first attempt on his life, which was via the classic Putin poisoning.
Is it that one where this like gives you like horrible radiation style poisoning or whatever? It's like a little nuke ball they put in your food or whatever. Is that the one?
That's polonium.
Polonium.
That is not what Alexei Navalny was given.
Gotcha.
He was given a poison that kind of vanishes, and so very, very hard to even know what's going on. They put it in his underwear, believe it or not. That's an amazing little fact. This film is massive. As documentaries go, this is such a huge film, and I will be rooting on Sunday for Fire of Love, but I know that, I recommended that a few months ago. I know it's not going to win. It's about people who died 20, 30 years ago. This movie about this man who stands for democracy in Russia at this time, it is going to easily win this award. And it's a really good documentary. I want you to know, like, this kid, Daniel Roher, who makes this thing, like, you just heard the first few words of the movie. And Daniel Roher is just interviewing Alexei Navalny in Germany right before he goes back to Russia and submits himself to being imprisoned. And I don't understand how this person has any business making such a great movie. It is beautiful, and the music is awesome, and so on and so on and so on. Just cannot recommend this too much. It's on HBO Max. You can watch the documentary award winner just in time for the Oscars.
Okay. I have just now added it to my queue. That looks great. I do like stuff like this. The thing I didn't mention today, so I played the one movie I watched, but I watched like 12 documentaries since Kim left. I don't know what's wrong with me. But just like all night, and when she gets back, it'll be back to normal. But Netflix thinks all I want right now is like true crime documentaries. I'm like, that's not what I'm doing here. It's just having a moment, okay? So I am in the mood for this sort of thing, and I will be watching this for sure. Good.
Please do. It's rare that you see a movie like this come along, a documentary, and it's important. Usually documentaries are valuable, right? Some of them are highly valuable. Some of them are about a guy climbing up Yosemite. And this one it's like one of those things where as you're watching it, you're going to keep thinking, does everybody in the world know this? Everyone in the world needs to know this information,
Yep. Well, I hope this is a banner crop today. I hope people go check out all this stuff. Brian's alone will give you plenty to do.
Plenty to do, although they're all short. So, you could watch the 4 or 5 that I recommend and still be devoting less time than if you were going to watch one of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Exactly. Which I did also a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Anyway, that is going to do it. Thank you both for being here as always. And I'm glad your COVID can take a hike. F off, COVID.
Yeah.
Things sucks. And also tell Mark it was me that shot your garage with the paintballs. That was me. Yeah.
It did look like
there was no residue underneath it though. No.
I know.
No.
It looked like eggs, right?
It wasn't a paintball splatter looking thing either.
No, it was like drippy
down.
Goose poop or paintball? Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe it was paintball poop. I'm just saying.
Paintball
poop.
Oh, maybe.
I think you just created a whole new business.
That's right. Tell Mark I look forward to the documentary about his life and his paintball poop. All right, that'll be it for her. Hey, Randy, have a fantastic week. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Recomentals. And if you want to see where these led us today or what we talked about, go to quicktms.li, where Brian has dutifully put it in and put it in again.
I've put it in again. I've even changed it on the fly. How about that?
I like that. I like the fly. All right, that'll about do it for us, except we do have a call I want to play. 801-471-0462 is where this voicemail came from, and it is Jeff about a thing I could not remember the name of the other day, and we were talking about great voices that read.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it?
Like
narrators.
work.
Yeah, I can't think of the damn word narrator. Anyway, this is what he has to say.
Hey, it's Jeff, the third-time Vegas guy. So, obviously, I listen to the podcast on, super delay. Sorry, life is crazy. But anyway, I just heard your discussion on awesome, audiobook narrators. And Scott was talking about a particular Don Knotts Western. I have to say, Hot Lead and Cold Feet, I think is what you're going for. And as an 80s kid, that was one of my favorites. Also, hey, Brian, I will be there. I'll buy you a drink. We'll talk all about why it's a long story that I've been in Vegas 3 times now. Anyway, cheers, guys. Talk to you later.
Nice. We'll get to see him.
Cool. Looking forward to it. It'll be great.
Yeah, I like when the locals show up to this event. It's I don't know why. It just makes it a little more authentic. It's like,
well, I mean, local. He's 3 times in Vegas, living in Vegas 3 times, or
yes. So he's back in. So this is a guy that called before, and he said he moved
away, came back. That's
came
right.
Back,
I said I want to know the story why this is yet.
Yeah. So he's back in Vegas now, and so we'll get to see him. That'll be cool. But I don't know about you. When I roll up to a big group and I see everybody, I'm like, okay, everyone's from somewhere else. But then I see Mitsula, and it just feels anchored. It's like,
yeah.
Chris is here. We're good.
Mitsula, James, and Svet.
Yep. We're all good.
The Gen, for sure.
Yeah, the Gen. Oh, that's right. The Gen's still teaching there.
Yep.
Anyway,
Katrina.
Can't wait to see y'all. That's it for that. Don't have much to say except, yes, Hot Lead and Cold Feet. That movie was great when I was a kid. I loved it. It's one of my favorites.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Jim Dale played both a bad guy and a good guy in the same movie. And I, as a kid, as naive as you are when you're a kid, I thought he had a twin. Because that was a story. In the thing, he did have a twin, but I thought the actor was a twin.
Right. Yes.
And that's how well I thought they pulled it off. But I'm not sure now. I'd probably be now I'd see it and go, oh, right, of course, not a twin. He's just playing 2 parts.
Right, just playing two girls. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
This is double impact for a different generation. Anyway, thanks for that. We appreciate it. If you want to send in your calls and stuff to that, you can. You can also text us there. That'd be fine. Or you can email us, themorningstream@gmail.com. You can also join us on Patreon. Become a patron today at patreon.com/TMS, the best direct way to support your favorite morning show. You'll never get commercials. You get pre-show content every day and couch parties on the weekend. This weekend we are going to continue our watch of Doom Patrol.
Yep.
That's right. Doom Patrol episode 5, I believe, season 1. So watch for that. And you also get some art in the mail. There's some other great benefits and levels. Go check those out. I think I'm going to have Gwen come on Monday for a tea segment.
Oh, cool.
We've been trying to do that anyway, so now we're going to just make that happen. And learn more about tea, Why not?
Yeah, and see what's in this week's or this month's TMS box.
That's right, TMS. That's it. Everything else is at frogpants.com/TMS. Hey, Brian, song. I need a song. What do you got?
Sure. Well, Ender Panda, member of our Discord, fruitful member of our Discord, wrote in about this one. We've even talked about him recently on the show. And as a matter of fact, what timing? Because he's recommending K-pop, but he's not trying to himself mislead us into thinking that he is a K-pop idol.
Oh.
Let me get that clarified. That
okay.
He is not a K-pop idol. All right.
All right. All right. He's not trying to take any married women's money, is what you're saying.
Not at all. Okay. Not at all.
Got
it. He says, "Hi, stray kids and Blackpink. It is sometimes tadpole lurker night owl Ender Panda. My friend Ginger and I are driving from St. Louis to Chicago to see the K-pop band Dreamcatcher for the second time, and we're incredibly excited. Ginger, it's been a wonderful journey being your friend for so long. Thank you for being there for me and sharing the music. Insomnias never sleep. Could you play our favorite band's cover of Maroon 5's Lucky Strike for the lovely people in the tadpole?" And then he says, "Scott, when we get to Chicago, will it be too early for a fish sandwich?"
Oh, man. Yes, but also no. But also, where's the clip? Hold on.
I can definitely see why you like it. Let's
No. No.
Dump.
No.
Dump.
No.
Hey.
That's Brian.
Hey.
There it is.
Get a fish sandwich.
There we go. And then he says, Dr. Wiley thinks that's a good question.
Oh, good Lord. That one's right here, actually. I got that.
That's a good question.
There you go.
Question.
Question.
All right, this is a little K-pop for you. I love it. This is Dreamcatcher and their cover of Maroon 5's Lucky Strike. It is K-pop, and it is a lot of fun, and it is going out to Ender Panda.
Fantastic. We'll see you guys tomorrow for a brand new edition of a Thursday TMS, okay? Yeah, I know. Sounds more exciting than it is, but it's just Thursday. So we'll see you then. Bye now.
Yeah.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
The shine that looks a foot deep.
Oh, okay then.
Ooh,
okay.
Foot deep.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, but sure.
Fair